Good morning, Knicks Nation. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend today. I hope you're safe and healthy and enjoying your weekend. Speaking of health, blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are out here, including today, trying to save lives. Blessings upon those also that make deliveries of food, water, pizza, people, mail for our convenience. Double blessings upon the men and women that are out here trying, even today, to rescue, help, deliver, recover teenagers and children, the unfortunate victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims, even today, of prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, sex slavery. Double curses upon all the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those who actually profit from these things. And double curses on all the perverts that create the great demand in America for these things. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, children, families, veterans, senior citizens, living in cars, vans, benches, tents on the streets of the United States of America. And millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. I hope everybody's well in Knicks Nation. A lot happened this week that really set our team up for the coming season. Like I said, the team is 99% set. We just need that one more spot set, and that's going to be settled, believe it. And so we're ready to roll and get this chip. This is the first time, really, man, I can't even tell you. I think the last time that the Knicks were really in championship contention was Pat Riley. That's actually when they went to the finals. In 99, they went to the finals, but it was a fluke. Not a fluke, but they was like a Cinderella team. They was the AC. They got Sprewell and Marcus Camby, and it just clicked, and it was a strike-shortened season. I think it was like a 66-game season that year. And it was the AC, and they just started flowing that spring. So I don't really count that. Nobody was expecting them to be in the finals that year. But during the Pat Riley era, there was in the running, there was in the conversation to represent the East, especially since Michael Jordan had temporarily retired. So that was the last time before now, and that was like 94, right? That was like 94. So we're talking about 30 years. We're talking about 30 years. Greetings, fam. Greetings, Guilford McCorbett, Josh Snyder, Delmar Brown, G. Gustino, Walter White, Malik Shabazz, Grand Rise, my brother, Jabroni, Z, TJ Love Sports, Above the Rim, Jim Medino, SB, Deshaun Wilson, my brother, Organic Fanatic Show. What's up? Craig Hall, blessings, greetings to all of you. Yeah, so it's the last time that we really come into the season where the entire NBA is on notice that the Knicks are a threat to take this thing. You know, it's really legit. It's the last time. Kevin Carter, Miss Stevenson, Greg Watson, good afternoon to all of you. Visions, what's up? And so we really do. And this is why, for myself, over the last 4 seasons, I've been so defensive of Thibodeau, of Mitchell Robinson, of even like after the first year of him, Julius Randle for the last 2 seasons. And the reason is because myself, I saw the makings of what we have right now. It's the reason that a year ago, if you all recall, I was talking about a trade for OG Anunoby, or I said OG Anunoby, or Mikal Bridges. I said they don't need to do anything except they were going to trade for those 2 guys, and they got both of them. And so, and really that that was something else. And I don't care what the rest of the league think. To me, the Don is the executive of the year. Homie has been doing work for 4 years now, and yeah, we there right now. So I've been really zealous to keep this team together as far as possible. When Mitchell Robinson was drafted, this is before the Thibodeau era. When he was drafted, I looked at him as a championship piece. I still look at him as a championship piece. And Deuce McBride, same thing. I looked at him as a championship piece. The reason Raw Hebrew, one of the reasons I like or dislike a player is because I'm looking for championship pieces. I'm looking for championship pieces. And when we got Tom Thibodeau, that fit the mold of what I was looking for because of the defensive emphasis. All the championship teams play great defense. There is no championship team that does not play great defense. You need to, if you're going to get through the rounds in the playoffs in the league now, you better be able to get stops, and you better be able to get them when you need them. And so defense is the emphasis. And so when I saw that, I said, okay, we got a coach that could do it now. Now we need some players. And so I was down on Juju in his first 2 years because of his lack of care on defense. He don't seem like he cared. But in his third year, in his fourth year with the Knicks, he has come a long way, and he really does turn it up on the defensive end more than I've ever seen him in his career. And so that's where we're at there. Then you add, players that have the reputation already and the pedigree, like Mikal Bridges, like OG Anunoby, to that team, and you got something. Okay, you got something. So I know y'all are excited. I'm very excited about the possibilities of what we're looking at now for the New York Knicks. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time. They just, to me, solidified the long-term sustainable winning by extending Tom Thibodeau, which, again, I was never in doubt. I've been telling y'all for 2 years, all of the, fire Thibs idiots out here that are on Twitter that basically, depending on what they ate for breakfast that morning is how they decide what they're going to write. Or if they had a fight with their woman or boyfriend or whatever, they decide what they're going to write. That, fire Thibs was just the latest indigestion, you understand? So long term, though, I knew this was the dude, and so now they locked him up for 3 more years. So he finishes this contract. He's the longest tenured Knicks coach ever. Good day, Blair V, Stoic, Marvin Smith, Mr. Williams. Sorry, I missed y'all. Ruggs 89, New York City Hall. I think I said, the new Knicks, City and Squad. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are enjoying your Sunday. So this is the dude right here. And so look, part of the problem in KnicksNation is some of y'all seem to expect perfection from every player and every coach, though you yourself are not perfect. You're expecting perfection so that when somebody doesn't do something right, we hear it all over the freaking world as if it's the end of the world. Tom Thibodeau blows a gas on the sideline and we got to have him fired. Some of y'all are just really tripping. It's the meds, or you need to sit down on somebody's couch, or stop drinking that cheap wine and leave them opioids alone. And some of y'all, chill a little bit and understand what's going on. But we just now extended this man now. So now we got him 4 more years. This year coming up is the last year of his current deal. And then he's extended 3 more years after that. And so I was hoping that Johnny Bryant would stick around and be the heir apparent because of, obviously, he was the associate head coach. But I do understand why he left. I do understand. You're right, J. Cruz. Right, Mad Dog 2020, Thunderbird, whatever they throwing down, man. Y'all need to, first of all, for you to get something that cheap, you got to be depressed. You know what I mean? You got to be depressed. The last time I drank something like a Thunderbird, in fact, my principal actually gave me the nickname in my senior year of high school. He called me Thunderbird because I had drank a whole pint of it before school, threw it up all over the sidewalk outside. And he saw it. True story. And every day after that, he called for the rest of my senior year, he called me Thunderbird. But yeah, and I was depressed, and that's why I drank it. But you got to be depressed to drink something that cheap. You know what I mean? So never again, though. But that cured me of that problem. But Yeah, because some of the crap that be coming out, man, it's like, what are y'all thinking about? What is wrong with y'all? So, and I guarantee you, despite all of that, like I was telling somebody, the Knicks lose 2 or 3 in a row. Listen, every team, except maybe, the team that won 72 games, the Golden State Warriors, or the team that won 73 games, and the team that won 72 games, the Chicago Bulls, every team in the league every year goes through a losing streak. There's no team, I don't care how good they are, that doesn't lose 2 or 3 in a row. It happens. Okay. It happens to everybody. I want y'all to understand that. This is not like just New York Knicks. This happens to every team, except, just I said, historically speaking, maybe the Bulls, they're 72-win team, 72-10, or the 73-9 Golden State Warriors. Maybe they didn't. But every team goes through a 2 or 3 game or more losing streak. Generally, the good teams, they might catch a 2 game or maybe a 3 game once, but it don't happen once. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. When the Knicks get their 3 game losing streak, you're gonna say fire Thibs, trade the whole team for Karl-Anthony Towns. You're gonna be hearing that. Oh, it's time for us to go get Giannis. Trade, it's gonna be all of that out there. Okay. Greetings, Keith Watkins. What's up, Pulsar? Big Wood, how y'all doing? So that's coming. That's coming, man. That's coming. So every team has that. But the best teams, of course, have fewer of them, right? So the best teams don't have a whole bunch of 3 game losing streak. But every team goes through it. And the reason is again, this is another thing that people really they miss, man, because that's why I keep, y'all know what I'm gonna say, man. This ain't AAU, this ain't summer league, this ain't the 34 game college season. This is the league. It's 82 game grind. This is the league. It's multiple back-to-backs. This is the league. So it's not just how much talent you have in terms of your basketball abilities. It's how much can you grind? How much can you grind? Can you grind? Can you go through the grind? How tough are you? You got to not only be talented in the league, but you got to be able to grind. Okay. This first year, the biggest surprise to me was Victor Wembanyama. I knew he was talented, but I wanted to see how he reacted to the grind. And I think he played, didn't Victor, I want to say Victor Wembanyama played at least 70 games, right? I want to say he played at least 70 games. So that was the biggest surprise to me about him that told me, oh, shoot, we may have something here. Because homie played, I think because you could see he lightened the ass, but I think he played at least 72 games. That was the surprise to me. Let me just take a look here. He played 71 games. He played 71 games. I give it to him. He played 71 games. I was expecting more of a Chet Holmgren rookie year. Chet Holmgren, I don't think he played 50 games his rookie year because they lightened the behind. Now it's still to be determined now because Victor is a young man, right? He's young, so he got energy. I don't know how old the boy is. The boy is now. Let me see here. What is it? 20. He's 20 years old, man. Boy, 20. He got all the energy in the world, and so. This is going to be a telling year. Walter White's mentioned, he went off yesterday. This is going to be a telling year. Let me tell you why. He's still lighting the behind. There is every time a rookie has a tremendous rookie season, they have what they call a sophomore slump. Have y'all ever heard of that? Every in the NBA, it's a common thing. They have what they call a sophomore slump. That means like the first year, people got what happens. It again, this is the league, right? So the people have. You have not only highly skilled, physically talented basketball players, but they're extremely intelligent. They're extremely intelligent. So they pick up on your habits. They pick up on where you like to be on the floor and how you play, and then they make adjustments the next season. That's right. They prepare better. So now, this coming year, now also we got to take into consideration the Olympics. So they're playing in the Olympics. Like somebody mentioned RJ, you mentioned Victor, right? So they're playing in the Olympics, and then they got to go to training camp. And so this second season, we're gonna see what happens with Victor Romeo. That's what I'm saying. Like Chet Holmgren, the first year he was out, what he hurt, I forgot what he hurt, but it's not uncommon, and that's why Oklahoma City is brilliant, man, brilliant how they played him. They kept him under 30 minutes a game. This last season, and that preserved him. They saved him for third and fourth quarters, and that preserved him. That's how you got to do a guy that's weak. That's I'll say weak, but light like that. Okay. And now they went and got the roughneck, our roughneck. Now he's down there in Oklahoma City too. So this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very interesting, man. How Sam Presti's freaking genius. I'm telling you. We got our own dude in the Don, but before the Don, there was Sam Presti. And that I've been having respect for him for a while. When we got the Don, I was happy because I know we got somebody to match up with Sam Presti. But Sam Presti ain't no joke, bro. He ain't. And Dagano, yeah. So that's why they're good. But with the Knicks, with Mitchell Robinson, yeah, okay, broke his foot, whatever it was. The boy lighting behind. It's going to happen, okay? And now you got to grind. You got to grind. 82 games ain't no joke. And so Chet, they played him very well strategically with the minutes very well last year. Victor, he did business. The 71 games, I got to give him his props. That ain't no joke. 71 games is 71 games. And shoot, that, and what did he have? He averaged 29.7, call it 30 minutes a game. See, Pop knew what he was doing too. See, so that's all I'm saying. So now I'm thinking Thibs, if anyone will talk about a change in Thibs, this is where you might see. He will limit Mitchell Robinson's minutes to 30 or less. That's where you'll see the change. Unless they get another guy, and we'll talk about that. But he's going to limit Mitchell Robinson's minutes to 30 or less. I can see the trend with Victor, Chet, and you can see with both of those guys it worked. You do that with Mitchell Robinson, and you'll preserve him. And that's why I don't even mind him coming off the bench. If they were to get a Capella, I have no problem Mitch Rob man in the second unit, because that will make him be able to play all 82. And the Knicks are a problem. Many people let's just say what it is, man. The Knicks are a problem. And notice, I want you to notice, none of our guys are in this Olympics. And that's a good thing. Brunson, Hart, Devo, Juju, OG, McCollum, none of our guys are in this Olympics. This is good. All right, Ms. Edwards. None of our guys are there. This is the Knicks are a problem. Oh, now, so aside from locking down Thibs, like I said, I wanted Johnny Bryant to be that heir apparent, but he's not going to be. He's obviously in Cleveland. They just brought in Mo Cheeks. How old is Mo Cheeks? Anybody know how old is Maurice Cheeks? Because Maurice Cheeks, and let me see, you really, you have three guys. You got, because somebody mentioned Dice Yakimoto. Cheeks ain't no spring chicken either. He's 67. But you got Dice Yashimoto, you got Rick Brunson, and you got Maurice Cheeks. Maurice Cheeks is a veteran coach. He was a really solid, very good, not superstar, but very, very, very good NBA player out of West Texas State. Very, very good. And he's been a solid coach. He's got a lot of experience. He's paid his dues. And, he's a good guy to have on that staff. Rick Brunson has been with Thibs since Chicago. No, let me correct myself. He's been with Thibs since he played for the Knicks. Thibs was an assistant coach, and Rick Brunson was on the Knicks team. Thibs and him go back a long way. Brunson learned, I think it's fair to say, Brunson has learned a lot from Tom Thibodeau. Okay, I think it's fair to say that if you're watching Tom Thibodeau, you're going to see pretty much what you're going to get with Rick Brunson. Okay. And so that's another guy. And then Dice Yashimoto's quietly been running the Knicks Summer League. He's been also with Thibs for a long time. And this is the thing. Say what you want about Tom Thibodeau. When he likes a guy, he's loyal. The guys that are his guys, he's loyal to those guys. See? And it's and some of y'all, and to myself, I have to say, get frustrated because he's so loyal. He will play them even if there's other guys that you think might be able to do a better job. That don't matter. Thibs is loyal to the guys that are his guys. And this is what people are mistakenly thinking this boy Colette coming out of Marquette was going to get some time. Some of y'all need to stop deluding yourself. This ain't West 4th Street. This ain't Rucker. This the league. And you got Thibodeau on the bench. I don't know where the hell anybody thinking. And I saw all the reports. Oh, he's going to be the backup point guard. Oh, my God, he's going to take minutes from Deuce. I hope Deuce is still on the team. I was like, what the hell? Y'all, and like I said, what it is, I have to give part of the blame for the excitement, right? I mean, I know I'm not the only one that thinks the Knicks are going to be a problem in the NBA this year. I'm not the only one that thinks we got a chance to really win this championship this year. I know a lot of y'all think the same way. And so you got all of this time on your hands, and October cannot get here fast enough. And so you want to get some content. And so what the clickbaiters got you thinking that this Kolek is the second coming of Bob Cousy, and we need to just, let Deuce McBride walk or whatever so we can play this crip. Come on, baby. What's wrong with y'all? First of all, let's go back to what we were saying a few minutes ago. Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Tom Thibodeau is loyal to his guys. Y'all heard how Taj said he was home and he saw Julius get hurt, and he knew he had to get to the gym. And his phone rang the same evening. It was Thibs saying, "Are you in shape?" He is loyal to his guys. So not only, beside Deuce's talent, which I find was disrespected continually since he's been in the league, even by the idiots this summer talking about losing minutes and he's not a true point guard and all this BS. Thibs loves this kid. He has come up in Thibs' system, and he has come through. He ain't losing no minutes. I don't care who you get. He ain't losing no minutes. Okay? And that's what I was saying when people come at me with this one. He's not a true point guard. It's irrelevant. In terms of him playing, it's irrelevant. Whether he's a true point guard and he should be a 2 or off ball, or how the Knicks look at him, it's irrelevant. What's relevant is how does Thibs look at it? That's one of Thibs' boys. That's one of Thibs' boys right there. Okay? And to show you how loyal Thibs is, in Deuce's rookie year and in his second year too, he was killing the G League. Y'all remember? Deuce's rookie year and his second year, he was destroying the G League. I mean, he would get there and destroy it. He getting 29 a game, dropping 40. And then he would come and knock it, but maybe 30 seconds for the Knicks. Y'all remember that? He would get like 30 seconds. And why? Thibs was starting Alec Burks and playing him 40 minutes at the point guard. Wasn't playing Deuce. Y'all remember that? So I don't know where somebody get off thinking some rookie's going to get time. Okay? It ain't going to happen. See, so let's stop fantasizing. Leave the Ripple alone. Believe me, you don't want to mess with that Thunderbird. Leave them opioids alone. Let's get real. Let's get focused and understand where we at. We trying to get this chip. We trying to get this chip, y'all. Ain't no rookie getting no time. Ain't no damn rookie getting no time. We trying to get this chip. Matter of fact, let me run the rotation down for y'all. Y'all ready? Let's run the rotation down. Because this is the thing about what makes this year special, even better. Like I said, we ain't had this in 30 years. Coming into camp, ain't no surprises. Ain't no surprises. Okay, coming into camp, ain't no surprises. Here's your starters: Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Julius Randle. Those are your starters. You have DiVincenzo, Hart, Deuce. And at this point, I'm going to put Precious in there, but that could change, and we'll talk about that. If Precious, this is the thing. Precious is either, now listen to me carefully, he's either going to be in the 9-man rotation or he's going to be signed and traded. That's what this is. This is where we're at with Precious Achiuwa right now. Either he's going to be in the 9-man rotation or he's going to be signed and traded. There's no in between. He's not going to be the 10th guy. I was hoping maybe if Hartenstein came back, then Precious could be the 10th guy. But Hartenstein didn't come back, so that changed everything. So now either Precious is going to be in the 9-man rotation or he's going to be traded. As simple as that. Okay? As simple as that. Now, imagine this. First of all, your starters. I'm going to tell you something. I had some people still thinking they're thinking like it's 3 years ago. I heard some people say, Deuce can't shoot yet. He got to learn how to shoot. And I said, wait, did you watch the game last year that he shot 40% from three? Did you actually see that? And Julius don't play no defense. It's like, did you actually watch him play? Or are you talking about 3 years ago? Juju plays some defense now. He ain't joking. And Julius, one thing about Julius Randle, when his stats were candy stats, when they became real, and even with his spinning into double teams, one thing consistent about Julius Randle from when he got to the Lakers from Kentucky, dude is a brute on the boards. He is a brute on the boards. Malik, we'll talk about that in a second. Malik asked, will they overpay Precious to add him to trade? We'll talk about that in a second. But Julius Randle is a brute on the backboard. He is, okay? He is 6'9". He is 6'8", call it 6'8", 260, 250 of, as Clyde would call it, rebounding fury. That's Julius Randle. Okay? And so you got him bookended with 6'7", 240-pound OG Anunoby. And in the middle of that, Block Ness Monster. And on the wing, Mikal Bridges. Come on, y'all. Come on, baby. Now, imagine that. You come in the second unit with Precious, Deuce, Hart, DiVincenzo. And then you could add a Mikal, a OG, a Juice to that. Good luck scoring on them. Good luck scoring on them. Good luck. Good luck scoring on them. You have a problem. Okay? A Tom Thibodeau defense? That's what I'm saying. So either Precious is going to be in the 9-man rotation or he's going to be signed and traded. Now, Malik asked a very good question. He said, will they overpay Precious to add him in a trade? This is the beauty of Precious's market value. Right? We talked last week about market value. What determines a player's pay, the average player, which I hate to use the word average with NBA players, none of them are average, but a typical NBA player's pay is based on market value. Okay? The market determines their value. That means a player of similar age, similar ability, similar stats, and gets a certain amount of money, that person just set a market value for everybody in his category. So for Precious Achiuwa, 6'9", plays 4 and 5, good defender, rebounder, 24 going on 25 years old, young, got upside. That's Najee Marshall, that's OG, that's Obi Toppin, and Jalen Smith. So Najee Marshall and Jalen Smith got 3 years, $27 million. Obi Toppin got 4 years, $58 million. So you're talking the difference between 14 plus million and 9 million. That is the market value. It's not hard. People be making it more complicated to get clicks, but it's not that complicated. That is the market value of Precious Achiuwa, between 9 million. And I thought he'd get between 8 and 10 at the end of the season. I thought between 8 and 10, but 9 million to 14 million, they just set his market value. Okay, so that means, to answer Malik's question, you can go anywhere in that range to get a deal done, and it would be fair. Does that make sense? So if you needed to get him at 11 million and make a deal, and both teams agree he's worth 11 million, then that's the way it gets done. Does that make sense? Did I answer your question, Malik? So they won't need to go in excess of 14. In fact, they won't. The Don ain't doing that, but they won't go in excess of 14 million. But that's his market value. So if you're the agent for Precious, that's your deal right there. You're saying, listen, and listen, this is the league. All the executives understand that. Okay, so Leon Rose understands that, and Precious's agents understand that. Landry Fields understands that. Everybody understands. That's it. So now his market value is between 9 million and 14 million. So now, if you're going to do a trade, you can make it work with that number. You can make it work. So now I said, well, okay, if they're going to get Capella, that's 22 million, right? So you're going to get Capella, and now you're going to make me take out my calculator, but I did this before, but you take 22 million for Capella, you subtract for that. So the Knicks have got to send out more than they take in. So you're going to get, then in that, I put Kolek in there, I put Jericho Sims in there, I put 11 million for, what's his name? Precious in there. And then there's another 2 million for, one of them guys, I forgot, one of those the end of the bench guys, and then you got 5.6 million or 5.3 or something like that with RJ Barrett. Is it RJ? Yeah, RJ's deal. And so now you got about 300,000 or 400,000 more going out than you got coming in. And so there you go. That's how that gets done. Okay, so now if they needed to go higher, let's say they wanted to give Precious 12 million, but that just makes it even easier to get done. Okay, makes it even easier. So Kate's Diop, that was it. Kate's Diop 2.6, Jericho Sims 2, Tyler Kolek 2. Then you got 6.6 million, something like that, 6.7 million. Then you put 12 million for Precious, that's 18.7 million. Now you got what you need, because you got the trade exception for RJ Barrett, 5.3 million. Done. Deal done. That makes sense? Deal done. So you can give, now, if the Knicks decided, or if the Atlanta Knicks can't make an agreement to get the deal done, and you are keeping Precious, well, come on, you're dealing with the Don. Don's going to throw that $9 million. Here you go, Precious. 3 years, 27 million. Done. 3rd-year team option. That's going to get done. There you go. So that's how this will work. So right now is what I'm saying. Either Precious is going to be in Thibodeau's 9-man rotation, or he's going to be signed and traded for a guy like Capella. The reason I don't think the Knicks will get Nick Richards is because of his price tag. And what I mean by that is Nick Richards is locked in for at least the next 2 seasons at $5 million. While at the same time, Charlotte has a young guy. What's his name? Mark Williams. It was a young boy that they drafted. They're trying to develop him. And he is the heir apparent. He's the guy they're waiting for, to become the center of the future. Mark Williams, yeah, Mark Williams out of Duke. That's the guy they're trying to develop. He's not ready yet, but they're trying to develop him. So while they're developing him, you got this cheap $5 million guy that you can use. So they really probably don't want to give up Richards unless they're getting something. Now, to get Precious Achiuwa, who can also play a backup five, then you'd have to start Mark Williams, and you could run Precious like that. But I don't know if they want to do that. If I'm Charlotte, I don't. Okay. And the Knicks don't have draft capital. Even if they did, they wouldn't pay it for this. So that's, and a lot of people say, well, they're going to trade Deuce for a backup center. I wish people would listen to themselves. So Deuce McBride, a rotation piece, drafted by the Knicks on a cheap contract, will be traded for a backup center? Seriously? I mean, some people, I was like, what did you drink before you made that comment? Like, what kind of drugs are you on? Anyway. So, yeah, that's true, Keith. He said the more he makes, the more likely he's to get traded. Exactly. So I'm still looking between $9 and $10 million if he stays with the Knicks. If he makes more than that, it's probably part of a sign and trade to make the money work. And then listen, like if you gave $12 million a year for, you gave Precious, let's say you gave him 4 years, 48, or 3 years, 36. That's not, I don't consider that a major overpay in this market for Precious Achiuwa. I don't think that's a major overpay for him. I mean, when you're talking about, you're talking about Najee Marshall getting $9 million, you're talking about Jalen Smith getting $9 million, and Obi just got $58 million. So I'm not saying Obi don't deserve that, but Precious could ball, man. So I don't think that's an outrageous price, for him. So that's why it's just a matter of seeing if the Knicks can get a deal done. And like I said, there's no reason for a deal to be held up right now, except the players that they want involved cannot be traded yet. That's the only reason. Okay. So now that's why I had Precious as my 9th guy temporarily penciled in as the 9th man in the 9-man rotation. There's not going to be a 10-man rotation. Cam Payne, as I've been saying from the beginning, is, and some of y'all, run off at part of a Ian Begley report, and going off. Ian said, and only read part of the statement. Cam Payne was signed in a 1-year veterans minimum to be the 10th guy. That's what he is. He's going to get about 8 minutes a game. And if somebody is hurt or in foul trouble, he'll get more. But he was signed as insurance as the 10th guy. Okay? And Begley had to correct himself and say that. Because I already said, I've been telling y'all that from the beginning. So Cam Payne is your 10th guy. That's what he was brought on board for. Okay? And let me bring you something else that you may not like. If Brunson misses games, Deuce McBride starts. I know. But I'm going to tell you that right now. If Brunson gets hurt, let's say he misses 5 games. Brunson sprains his ankle a lot. Brunson tough as nails, so it's hard to get him out of the game. But he's gonna miss 6 to 10 games. Everybody does. I mean, it's common. So when he's Deuce is starting. I'm telling you. Okay. First, this is the thing. Tyus Jones probably wants a championship. And if you're Tyus Jones, the Knicks weren't interested, really. They might have kicked the tires, but they didn't reach out to sign him. So if you're Tyus Jones and you're looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, a young team on the come up for sure, and you're looking at Phoenix, though, and you got Durant, right, Booker, and Beal, if they can all stay healthy. But you got that, and you're going to play a major role on that team because of your salary. You're going to get a lot of minutes. Who you playing with? Well, you're playing with Phoenix. You're playing with Phoenix. If he was to come to the Knicks, he'd be Cam Payne. He'd be the 10th guy. If he go into Phoenix, he might be the starter at point guard. That's why he go on to Phoenix. Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. I know it hurts some of y'all feelings, If Brunson is hurt, Deuce is your starter. Get used to that. I know he's not a true point guard, but get used to that. If Brunson is missing the game, sprained ankle or whatever, Deuce is your starter. You'll be all right. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Take a little sip, something. You'll be all right. Anyway, so that's and make what Tyus Jones did make perfect sense to me. I mean, like I said, he wants to try to win a chip. Yeah, right. He wants to try to win a chip, so he's figuring, shoot, I got my best shot in Phoenix, and I can start and maybe win some games, and I'll be starting with Kevin Durant and them. Let's do this. I know, right, Traponies? And let me tell you something. Y'all gonna be very disappointed when you see Kolek. You ready? Thibs is good. After seeing Tom Thibodeau for a long time, and then especially this last 4 years with the Knicks, somebody's gonna ask him a question. How is the kid Kolek? You want to see what his response? Let me tell you what his response is gonna be. Are you ready? You want to know? Y'all really want to know the real about what his response is gonna be? He's gonna say, he's playing great. The kid's really good. Right now he's situational. Wait, y'all think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Am I lying? He's gonna say, "Oh, the kid is working hard in practice. He's really playing great. You know, he's in the early group. He's working really hard, and right now we got him in a situation." Hey, Michael J, what's up? Y'all here? Am I lying to y'all yet? Shoot, I'm telling you, that's it. And exactly, Blair B. And so, hey, if you know anything about Tom Thibodeau, when he uses the term situational, what does that mean? Well, it means you ain't playing. That's what it means. It means you ain't playing. So that's exactly what's going to happen. Some reporter, it might be Cats, it might be somebody else. They're going to say, "How is the kid Kolek working out? How is he playing?" "Oh, he's working really hard. You know, he's working really hard in practice. He's in with the early group. You know, he's really working on his game hard." And what can we expect? He's situational. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Kemba, to be honest, Kemba wasn't even situational. He said, they asked him, "Is Kemba situation?" He said, "No, he's out the rotation." They just said, he just said like that. He said, "He's out the rotation." I was like, damn, he just took him right out. See, this is the thing. Did you guys read where Ian Begley, or I think he stated, he said it was 2022, and he said that there were some rumblings about firing Tom Thibodeau, and he said Leon Rose decided to keep Thibodeau. Do y'all remember that? He said that this past week. He said there were some rumblings about the possibility of replacing Thibodeau in 2022, but he said that Leon Rose said no, they stuck with Tom Thibodeau. Y'all remember that? He said that this past week. Now, I know he wasn't going to fire Thibs, and you know why? Thibs ain't asked for no damn Kemba Walker. And he ain't asked for no Evan Fournier either. And I told y'all, this is Thibs. No defense. So, Michael Doc, no Brenner. No defense. No Brenner. Oh, yeah, it was 2022. And there was a lot of y'all was like, "Fire Thibs, y'all need to fire him." Blah, blah, blah. And that's the year they went 37 and 45. And people was like, "Fire Thibs." And I was like, no, because it wasn't his fault that Leon Rose brought in two players that don't fit Thibs, in Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker. He brought in two guys that don't fit Thibs. Now, the good thing about Leon Rose, he ain't making that mistake again. Okay? He ain't making that mistake again. He ain't. So yeah, but you know what? You got to think of it in terms of Tom Thibodeau. Let me ask you this question. Are you ready? KnicksNation, listen. If you ask Tom Thibodeau, would he rather have the 2020-2021 version of Elfrid Payton, or would he take the 2021-2022 version of Kemba Walker? Let me ask you, what would Tom Thibodeau prefer? Would he prefer Elfrid Payton or Kemba Walker? That's right. All day, every day, he taking Elfrid Payton. Why? Because Payton is 6'4", can't shoot, but plays defense. You understand? And that tells you everything you need to know. And he's thank you, Bevy. And he's available. That tells you everything you need to know about why why Thibs didn't get fired in 2022. Leon had to take that L himself because he had no business bringing no Kemba Walker in here in Tom Thibodeau's team. No. He put Thibs in a bad spot. Thibs respects veterans. NBA veteran, he has ultimate respect. And so he respected Kemba Walker, but not a guy he would have chosen as his point guard to replace Elfrid Payton. Okay. And that's why some of y'all, when you're looking at players, you're looking at offense. This guy can score. This guy can shoot the three. Okay. We don't care about that. Can he play defense? Can he play defense? Okay. Some of y'all is Hoop Porty, Hoop Porty can roll. He got a motor. He can play defense. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this dude. And now y'all seen in the summer. I'm not saying the dude's a scrub, but are y'all still coming at me where Hoop Porty is in the rotation this year? Any of y'all still coming at me with that? It's like, what the hell is something wrong with y'all, man? So anyway, that's what I'm saying. You got to be able to play defense. Number one, period. There is no other, there's no exceptions. You got to play defense, period. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. So, and that's what Edie can play defense. Can he grind for 82 games? Oh, we're going to see. Can he run? Oh, we're going to see what kind of motor Mr. Edie has. All that's going to be tested. We're going to see. Okay? We're going to see. That's all I'm saying. So, this is the league, man. This ain't no joke. Yeah, exactly. So, this ain't no joke. So, that's what messed up in 2022. But he ain't the thing is, the Don is smart. He ain't making that mistake again. He ain't making that mistake again. So he ain't going to see him try to bring somebody in here and make Thibs play somebody that's a vet that can't play defense. Okay. Look, if you're talking about roughnecks, right? You're ready? If you're talking about roughnecks, who's more of a roughneck type of player? Julius Randle or Karl Anthony Towns? Who's the roughneck? That's all I want to know. Which one of those guys is the roughneck? Which one of those guys is MC Light telling you is her roughneck? Is it Julius Randle or is it Karl Anthony Towns? Look, which one of those is the roughneck? You understand? And so y'all looking at Cat shooting these threes and thinking, oh man, he could replace Randle. And I'm like, are you serious? Thibs don't care about that. You got to be a roughneck, baby. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. And so, and not only that, Juju making 30 million, Cat making 57 million, and some idiot, we're going to trade half the team to get Cat. That's what I'm saying. Why do we even bother entertaining some of these people? It's like, come on, y'all. Come on, baby. Oh, golly, man. Yeah, Juju built like a brick doo-doo house, man. And he hits them boards like a brick doo-doo house. Sure. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, sometimes he choice up some threes or whatever and turns the ball over. Okay. I'm so used to that. Whatever, man. Bring him back. Come on back, Juju. Let's get going, baby. Come on, Adonis. Let's get going. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying, man. So that's all. So you're talking about Mitch Rob, Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Juju, Devo, Hart, Deuce, and I'm penciling in Precious for right now. But I don't know what they're doing. Now, speaking of Precious, like I said, either he's going to be in the 9-man rotation or he'll be traded. It's no in between. So, and what does that mean? That means if he's traded, it means we got Clint Capella. That's what that means. It's not that hard. And let me just, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I'm just telling you, Tyler Kolek would be gone in that trade. Just tell you. And he would fit down there in Atlanta too. He would. Quinn Snyder and them, he'd be all right. Okay. They're rebuilding. Okay. He'd be playing with them young boys, getting a few minutes, you know. But I'm trying to tell y'all. We try to get this chip this year, man. This is all in. This, what you're looking at with the Knicks right now, is what all in looks like. I know. But this is what all in looks like. This is what it looks like. Veterans that have played with your coach, that have been on your team, that are all locked up in contracts. You ain't worried about them leaving nowhere. And they know the system, and they've been pushing, getting a little bit better each year. And now you're all in. You've collected all of these draft picks to get that final piece in Mikal Bridges. There was some idiot on Twitter tripping, I mean, absolutely ranting about getting Mikal Bridges. We paid too much for Mikal Bridges. Let me ask you a question. Here's another question, Knicks Nation. If the Knicks win the NBA championship this coming season, did we overpay for Mikal Bridges? If the Knicks win the NBA championship this season, did we overpay for Mikal Bridges? Well, let's take it down a notch. If the Knicks are in the NBA Finals this season, maybe they don't win, but they're in the NBA Finals, did we overpay for Mikal Bridges? They don't win, but they're in the NBA Finals. They beat Boston, represent the East, lose to somebody. No, I said Mikal Bridges. People think that there are some idiots that we gave too many picks away for Mikal. Some knucklehead graded it B+. I'm like, what? What? And so, so I'm like, what the hell? I mean, seriously. And you know why people would say something as stupid as that? Because they got caught up in the big three mentality in terms of we need 3 superstars, and now we can't get them because we got Mikal Bridges. The Knicks, and listen, I have been saying this for 3 years now, and some of y'all could bear witness. Have I not been saying this is the 2004 Detroit Pistons? Have I not been telling y'all that? This is not the Miami Heat with the Heatles. That's not. This ain't that. This is the 2004 Detroit Pistons. I've been telling you that. And what? Because you don't need a superstar when you got a team that's balanced and plays defense. Okay. And the Knicks actually, in my view, we do have a superstar in Jalen Brunson. And I give Juju, you can't be all NBA twice and all-star 3 times and not be in that conversation. So I got to give that to Juju as well. So you got that. You got that. Okay. And so the Knicks, you're talking about a 9-man rotation. That's, to me, I mean, I'm not even joking. It's got to be, it's only the Knicks in Boston in the East have a 9-man rotation like this. Only 2 teams. That's it. Milwaukee is dependent on Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't care what else. They're dependent on him. If he's not 100%, if he's only 60%, they ain't winning nothing. I don't care how good Dame Dollar is. He can put up stats. He knocked down 60 when he was in Portland. They ain't win jack crap. So that don't mean nothing. Cleveland has got the talent, but they keep losing in the first round. Philly is desperate. They overpaid. They're talking about overpay. They overpaid for Paul George. And they're hoping that our boy Embiid's leg holds up for the whole season. And they are hoping that Maxey stays healthy because he's the only real healthy star they got that's consistently healthy. And they hope that all these vets can show up. There's a lot of ifs there. I'm gonna say it like that. There's a lot of ifs there. Am I lying? There's a lot of ifs. If Embiid can stay healthy, if Paul George can stay healthy, if Maxey can carry them, if some of these vets they sign can show up, a lot of ifs. Listen, it's 82 game grind, yo. Okay, a lot of ifs. Indiana, I still like Indiana. I liked them last year. I liked them the year before that when they weren't as good. And now they're bringing back Benedict Mathurin on top of what they got. That's going to be a tough team. The only problem with Indiana is Halliburton, as superstar level talent as he is light in the air. Am I wrong? His health is going to be a question. That's all I'm saying. His health is going to be a question. But they got backup. They're going TJ McConnell and what's the other boy's name? They got the other guy that was the starter. They got good backup, man. They got, even if Halliburton is hurt, that's why I like Indiana still, because even if Halliburton is hurt, you still got backup, man. You got TJ McConnell. You got Ben Shepherd was good. Andrew Nembhard, and all of them cats, they could ball. All of them cats could ball, man. All of them cats could ball. Yeah. Halliburton, he's not. I wouldn't put him on the Anthony Ambulance list yet, but he's got his application in at the school. That's all I'm saying. He's got his application in at the school. Okay, so we're going to see. That I like Indiana. Miami is always there. I don't care who they got on their team. Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra has them boys there. It don't matter who they got. They got a system. That's what you want. That's what I would like the Knicks to have, a culture like that. It almost don't matter who you put on their team. If you give them any talent at all, they're going to work with that talent and they're going to be in the playoffs. So Miami's going to be there regardless. So you got Boston, Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, Cleveland. That's pretty much it. Let me not miss Orlando now. Orlando's another one. Oh, man, I don't want to miss Orlando. Orlando's rough too, y'all. Don't sleep on Orlando. I told y'all that last year. Don't sleep on Orlando. This young man is the real deal Holyfield. That boy is the real deal Holyfield. The real deal Holyfield. Okay, Pablo Banchero, real deal. The sidekick Robin is Wagner, real deal. Okay, and then of course Suggs. Them cats rough, man. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, them cats rough. So last year they was ahead of schedule. I knew they was gonna be good eventually. I thought 2 more seasons they were ahead of schedule, man. Yeah. Suggs and KCP both play defense. Paolo Banchero plays defense. Wagner plays defense. Carter plays defense. And Wagner brother, Mo, he played defense. And of course, Florida State Lionel Hamilton boy, Jonathan Isaac. Them cats rough, man. I'm not even joking. So honestly, it's just me. My top 3 in the East, Boston, New York, and Orlando. That's my top 3 in the East. Boston, New York, and Orlando, with Indiana and Orlando battling for that 3rd spot. That's the way I'm seeing it. Them cats good. And it's Banchero. I mean, all of them are good. But Banchero's a superstar, man. I mean, I had the good fortune to have seen him play in person 3 times, I think. And every time I've seen him, he's better than the last time. The last time I seen him here in Orlando against the Knicks, and they had Precious was all over this boy. I mean, Precious was basically, by the time he come over half court, Precious was on him. And with Precious draped all over him, he was knocking down threes, man. And Pablo is all of 6'10". 6'10". Ain't no joke either. He's 6'10". Oh, man. Yeah, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, they loaded. They loaded, man. Orlando's loaded, and you know, hats off. What's his name? Mosley. Hats off. Jamal Mosley, right? Hats off. He did a hell of a job down there, man. So you gotta give him his props, man. You gotta give him his props. Jamal Mosley. You gotta give him his props. That's right. So they're going though. Shoot. Yeah, they're gonna be rough. And listen, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. What is it? It's July 28th. Oh yeah. I gotta I got time. My baby girl's coming to see us for a week today. I'm gonna pick her up at the airport. Yeah. So we getting ready to go out to dinner, get my baby girl today. So I'm just watching the time. But let me go on record right now. I'm getting tickets to Knicks Orlando. If y'all want to come, you better let me know, because when the tickets are available, I'm putting that credit card down and we get and we're gonna get some tickets. I'm gonna tell you right now, because these tickets are gonna be hard to get this year because both teams are really good. And now that I know a little bit about the Orlando arena, my goal is to get behind the Knicks bench, you know, if I can. So I'm letting y'all know right now. We getting them tickets. So y'all let me know if you want to come. You want me to reserve one for you, or whatever. Let me know, because we getting them tickets, man. I'm just telling y'all. And then I'm also going to be going to Knicks at Brooklyn. Whenever Knicks at Brooklyn, unless it's on the Shabbat, I'm going to be in that game. Knicks against Brooklyn, we be in it. I don't even know how much the tickets are. I don't even know. See, this past season, how much were them tickets? Dick, I can't remember. I think there was about $300. Which is pretty reasonable. You can't get no tickets close to the Knicks bench at Madison Square Garden for no damn $300. You know, so I mean, it was like $300. I want to say it was $300, and then I got about the same price, maybe a little more. I got about maybe $350 for the game at Brooklyn, and I was real near. I called Taj Gibson. He turned around and smiled at me. Okay, he couldn't turn that. But listen, I just want to warn y'all. That was last year. I don't know what it's going to be this year. Yeah, I did see it otherwise. We talked about that. That was a good move for Jones. I would have did the same thing. If Jones made the right move, that was a perfect move for him. It wasn't the Knicks' fault that he didn't come to New York. Jones made the right move, and he did it for the right thing. But yeah, so I think the prices are going to be a little bit more. So Blair, I just want to let you know, it's probably going to be $350, maybe $400 to get to that game this year. So we're talking about that, you know. So yeah, I can't wait for the schedule. As soon as the tickets come on, your boy is on it. So I'm going to try, keyword, try to get a game at Madison Square Garden this year. Those are a little bit steeper. I'm thinking for $350, I'm not sure where I'd be in Madison Square Garden. What y'all think? So any of y'all been to a game at the Garden? I mean, how much the tickets? I don't know. I know to get $350 in Brooklyn or Orlando get you right near the bench. Like, you within shouting distance. You could call and the players could hear you from where you at. The refs can hear you from where you at. So how much is it to get that kind of ticket in MSG is probably $500, I would think. Is that right, Organic? Yeah, because I'm thinking $350 probably get me in nosebleeds at MSG, because but there's going to be 3 games that, and again, it depends on when the schedule is. If the schedule is not on a Shabbat, if it's not a Friday night game or a Saturday game, if it's any other day, Saturday night even, any other day. But there's 2 games that Orlando comes down to New York to play. The New York comes down to Orlando to play, and there's at least 1 game at Brooklyn with the Nets. And I'm going to try to get 3 games. And I'd like to see if I could get 1 game at MSG. I want to just see what I could do, man, with that. Now, I don't like to go to a game by myself. I usually will take at least my cousin or one of my homies, like Organic, will come with me. I'll usually take somebody with me. Usually it'll be a cousin or a nephew or somebody that'll come with me to a game. But I usually don't go by myself. And then generally, you all know what happened last year. Before we go to the game, we generally, eat somewhere. Before the game, we generally eat somewhere. Like I like my favorite pollo in Manhattan is Flor de Mayo, which has several spots, but the spot I usually go to is the one on Amsterdam in like 85th Street, something like that. They got a spot on like 102nd Street and Broadway, but I usually go to the one on Amsterdam and 80-something Street, Flor de Mayo, my favorite Peruvian chicken spot there. I try to, we'll eat Beefsteak Charlie. Yeah, Beefsteak Charlie's Beverly. Wasn't that on 50th Street in Broadway, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day? I think it was like 50th Street in Broadway. We've eaten there a few times when I was a kid. I think it was like 50th in Broadway, somewhere around there. Beefsteak Charlie's. Man, that brings back memories. I don't think Beefsteak Charlie's even exists anymore, do they, Blake? I don't think Beefsteak Charlie's even in business anymore. Now you got a whole bunch of other places. Down here in Florida, they call it Beef O'Grady's. You got, Beef O'Grady's. And usually like an Italian spot. Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Beefsteak Charlie's, man. It was 44th and 45th, Joe, in Manhattan, Joe Curry. Okay, I thought it was 50th Street. Okay, maybe I got off the train at 50th Street and walked over. I don't know, but I thought it was 50th Street. But yeah, it was it was down there in Midtown. Yeah, Beefsteak Charlie's. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, but it used to be good though. Back in the day. I mean, back in the day, it used to be good, man. When I was in school, it used to be good. Beefsteak Charlie's. Yeah. So we usually go somewhere to eat, before the game. So I'm just letting y'all know now. I'm going to at least be going to, in New York, at least one game, hopefully two. And in Orlando, hopefully two. The Knicks come. We have to see what the schedule looks like. What's up, Chauncey Beckett? Yo, we good, man. We good. So let's see. Payne is the 10th guy. Kolek is situational. Precious either is going to be in the rotation or he's assigned and traded. We'll know more after August 6th. Sims is going to be either the backup 5 or traded. And when I say backup 5, this is another thing. I was watching somebody try to put together the Knicks backup in rotation. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, for example, they had, this is what this knucklehead, I think it was Bleacher Report. They had OG as the starting 3, and then they had, the Day as the backup 3. Let me say that again. They had OG as the starting 3. And then they had Daddy A as the backup 3. Now, what's wrong with that picture, KnicksNation? Why am I laughing at that? What is wrong with that picture? I did see that. Daddy A, right. What's wrong with that picture? I mean, do y'all understand? Thibs is not playing a rookie, and he's trying to win a chip. That's number one. To make this dude the backup is ridiculous. Number one. Boy got talent, but he's not ready. Okay, he is not ready. He's not ready. He's going to play in the G League for at least a year, maybe 2. He's not ready. So let's talk about the real backups. So I know people don't like him, but behind Jalen Brunson is Deuce McBride. Behind Mikal Bridges is DiVincenzo. Behind OG Anunoby is Josh Hart. Behind Mitchell Robinson is either Precious Achiuwa or Derek Sims. Behind Julius Randle is Josh Hart. Did I lie yet? Behind Juju is Josh Hart. At the 2, behind Mikal Bridges is DiVincenzo, and behind DiVincenzo is Deuce McBride. See, that's how Thibs does it. It ain't like a regular thing where you say, okay, we're going to have this rotation. We got 1, 2, 3. No, he switches guys. So Hart is your backup behind OG, and Hart is your backup behind Julius Randle. DiVincenzo is your backup behind Mikal Bridges. Now, when you take out OG, probably he moves Mikal Bridges behind OG, and then you move DiVincenzo, and you got that. And if Mikal needs a break, you put Deuce in there behind Devo, and you keep Devo in the game. That is what Thibs does. Okay, that's how he does it. So he's going to use when Thibs says a 9-man rotation, that means they're mixing and matching every position. Okay, so Precious can back up Mitchell Robinson, and the exception is you can have Sims come in there if you need that. But other than that, Devo can back up the 1, the 2, or the 3. And Thibs will use him that way. I know it sounds crazy. Somebody's going to say, well, where's the rebound and where's the height? Stop it. This is what Thibs does. Okay. And as far as Brunson, you're going to have Deuce. You still got Devo if you need him. And then if you need Payne, you have him. And then, of course, behind Mikal Bridges, you got DiVincenzo, you got Deuce. Then behind OG Anunoby, you got Mikal, you got Hart, you got DiVincenzo. Then behind Julius, you got Precious, you got Hart. There you go. Aubrey Clegg asked, who's out in the 9-man rotation? I don't think that's the appropriate question. The question is who's in, right? Right? That's the more appropriate question. You tell me who's out. So Mitchell Robinson's your starting center. Brunson's your starting point guard. On the 2 forward spots, you got OG Anunoby and Julius Randle. And at the 2, you got Mikal Bridges. Your 4 guys off the bench are Devo, Hart, and Deuce. And I'm penciling in Precious unless they make a trade. If they make a trade, then that's going to change. But I'm penciling Precious right now. So that's your 9 guys. Who's out? Whatever. But then Payne is your 10th guy. Your 10th guy is Payne. Okay? Kolek is situation. That's it. Corey Lindsay, he asked if I think Precious is coming back. Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, there's a deal to be had, but you got to wait till past September 9th. August 6th, Kolek can be traded. September 9th, Diops can be traded. Okay. Yeah, Wingstop is cool. So who said that? Was it Curry? Who made that up? Joe Curry? Wingstop is cool. You got Wingstop. That's right. Wingstop. Yeah, I know. It's going to be nuts, man. That's what I'm saying. Good luck trying to score on this team. Yeah, that's right, Coach Hauser. So I'm saying either they got something cooking and it's not going to be able to be completed until these dates, because that's the only thing stopping them is the dates. There's guys that can't be traded until certain dates. And I'm telling y'all, I know people don't like it, and people saying, why you hating? I mean, hey, I'm trying to be real with you. Deuce is playing. Kolek is trade bait. I'm trying to tell you right now, he is. In August 6th will tell us. I'm telling you. Now, he could still be here, but if he is, he's situational. Welcome, Wayne Lewis. He's situational. If he's here, he's situational. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so we'll see. But if you were asking me what I want, okay, my heart wants Precious back. My heart wants Jericho Sims to get a chance whenever Mitch Rob is hurt. That's what I want. But that don't matter. I also got to admit, if we could have Mitchell Robinson and Capella, as much as I hate to admit it, if you got Mitchell Robinson and Clint Capella with this team, the league can't let that happen. This would be one of them Chris Paul situations. What do I mean? Chris Paul signed with the Lakers one time, right? And the league nullified the deal. They never really gave a reason why they did. But he ended up going to the Clippers after that, if you remember. Chris Paul, in his prime, was coming to the Lakers. And I think that's when Kobe was still playing. And they nullified the deal. Yeah. But they'd have to nullify this one because if Leon Rose was able to get Clint Capella and only giving up Kolek, Sims, and Precious. But my heart, Precious is already wearing orange and blue. Precious was balling for us last year. Precious has upside. I like his game. Like I said, to me, it's a toss-up. I like both him and Beef Stew. I like both them cats for the same reason. They got very similar games. And so I was like, man, I like Beef Stew out of Washington, and I like Precious coming out of Memphis, and I like both of their games. It's very similar games. So we got Precious. I'm good. I would keep him and just roll with him if it was me. But like I said, what I want don't matter. Somebody mentioned Scott, and there was all right, let me put it this way. There is a pool of 7-foot players that are very, very similar. Scott, this guy named Huff, somebody mentioned Huff, another guy that plays for Portland. There's a pool of 7-foot players. None of them are ever going to be anything special, okay? But they would be able to plug in as a third stringer if you need it. Scap is one of them, okay? So I can see that. I'd rather not. If you're going, if I was to give you my order, I would say Precious and Sims, Capella, and then if you can't get any of that, this Scap cat. That's what I would say. Okay, that's where I'm looking at it. So my three, if I'm the Don, and you know the Don plays chess and not checkers, so that means he's got 3 options, at least 2, right? So if I'm the Don, my 3 options are re-sign Precious and keep Jericho Sims, trade both of them and get Clint Capella, or look for this guy Scap as your third string. I'd rather do the first 2, one of the first 2. So that's how I feel about the Scap cat. If I got to depend on him, I'm not happy about it. But if that's all I got, that's all I got. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Coach Howard. We asked that. So. Yeah, I know. I always tell people, can he play defense? Take the stretch out of it. Can he play defense? Oh, man. But yeah, the thing is, if you're putting Mitchell Robinson, see, bless RJ Barrett. And I've liked RJ. He's going to be a good player. I still think he's Jimmy Butler 2.0 in the future. He's still got all that. But RJ's still developing. You start Mitch Rob next to OG Anunoby, and they're both healthy, and you're starting him with Mikal Bridges on the wing. I want to see Mitch roll with them. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I want to see Mitch roll with them. Woo! Man, somebody showed me a stat where Mitch led the league in contested rebounding, like getting a board with somebody on his back. And I believe that. He's probably the best in the league at that. Yeah, I think the Knicks will play great on both sides, home and away. Yeah, the Knicks are gonna be rough. Then when you get to the status that, let me ask you this, Corey Lindsey, did Boston play good at home and away? Because that's where the Knicks are right now. See, this is the level that they're at right now. They're at Boston's level. So they're a really top level team. So they're gonna play well. Home, away, neutral, everywhere. They're going to be pretty good. Like I said, 55 plus wins. I'm looking at a floor of 55 wins for New York this year. It could somebody said 57. I could see that. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, but I'm always a little conservative on it, and sometimes even in conservative, people be under. Like some knuckleheads supposed to be have a big platform. I'm talking about 53. Somebody always underestimates the Knicks. Always. But it's all good. And did y'all hear what this? Shaq got a PhD in education or something, but he talked like an idiot sometimes, man. He got this Knicks hate is ridiculous with him. He's a key Knicks hater, Shaquille O'Neal, a big time Knicks hater. Him and Reggie Miller should have a booth together. They both hate the Knicks. It comes through in their reporting, man. But now TNT is out. Yeah. If we could get Capella, I gotta admit, shoot. That would make the Knicks rough. That would make the Knicks rough, man. They would, you know. That's right, Mr. Williams. That's the double nickel we want to see. That's right. Yeah, so the Knicks are going to be rough this year. There's no doubt. Any kind of way you slice it, they're going to be good. They are. And so but somebody asked me, would I want Precious back? Yes, I want Precious back. That's my heart wants Precious back. I want Precious back. I want him in a 9-man rotation. And I'll take Sims as the backup if Mitch gets hurt. Was it Brandon Jen? I heard, I didn't hear what he said, Blair V. I don't pay attention to everything they say, but I did hear he said something. I don't even know what it is. Because this other cat, Agent Zero, been talking a lot of mess too, right? Agent Zero been talking a lot of mess too. Agent Zero been talking a lot of mess, man. But, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Knicks will have a defensive ace at every position. That's exactly right. And in some cases, multiple, because when you're talking about Deuce, Hart, and DiVincenzo, all of them cats play defense. Hart, DiVincenzo, and Deuce, all of them play defense, okay? All of them do. And so, yeah. Woo! And let me not forget Precious, right? Precious plays D also. Precious plays high-level defense, both at the 5 spot and at the 4 spot. Woo! Yeah, Paul Pierce too. Paul Pierce really is... I'm glad that there's video of Paul Pierce as a player, because as a commentator, he's messing his legacy up. Man, he should just shut up. I've heard him say he's better than LeBron and better than Jordan. I've heard him say some stupid stuff. I was like, Paul, come on, baby. You was one of the greats, but you ain't got to act like that. There's no need to be that way, Yeah, it's not convincing Randle, New Yorker. That's not the problem. New Yorker said we got to convince Randle to play small ball 5. That's not the problem. Tom Thibodeau said he doesn't like Julius at the 5. He doesn't like the results he gets with Julius at the 5. That's what he has said. Now, he might change because of the addition of Mikal Bridges, but I'm just telling you what Thibs himself has said when somebody asked him, why don't you play Julius at the 5? He said, I don't like the matchups. I don't like the way it works. Yeah, so that's why you don't get Julius at the 5. It's got nothing to do with convincing him to play 5. He don't like to do it, but he'll do it if he can win. Now, again, I don't know if that won't change, because the addition of OG and Mikal Bridges does change things, if you want to go small, but that's why I think we'd be better off with Precious at that spot, So if you have this Mikal, OG, Precious, and I know Precious and OG, not only did they just play together in Toronto, right, but you saw them last year together. They played very well when they were on the floor together. So you get Precious, OG, and Juju. You still going small, but Precious can play a big man type of 5 better than Juju can. So yeah, I'd like to go like that. But can you imagine that lineup though? Precious, it would be DiVincenzo, Hart, Deuce, Precious, and like an OG or Mikal. That defense would be hellified, man. That's all I'm talking about. Yeah. I would love to see the Clint Capella possibility. It would be so amazing that I'm discounting it. Like I don't keep my mind on it, because then I'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen. So I'm acting like we're not getting it. No, they're going to wait. They're waiting until after certain dates go by. Okay, they're waiting to have to go. Yeah, but a Clint Capella edition with a Mitchell Robinson, I can't even think like that. It's almost like right now, last summer, like I said they need to get Mikal or OG. Now we got both of them. And we didn't lose any rotation to get both of them. I mean, we lost RJ and IQ, I'm saying, but to get McCall, we didn't lose any rotation pieces. What? So now we're talking about Capella and you got Mitchell Rob. Man, please. That's what I'm saying. The Knicks don't want the league don't want to see us this year. They just don't want to see us this year. They don't. So let me ask you, TNT is out, right? Who's in? Is it ABC? Who's going to be running the NBA games on the national TV? Is ABC, ESPN going to be running it? Because TNT is out, right? Amazon, yeah, Amazon. Who they using though? Is it ESPN or is it NBC? Oh, I think is it NBC? Oh, it's NBC. Okay, NBC. All right, NBA on NBC. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, see, Corey, everybody else is saying NBC. Corey say ABC. It ain't Peacock. It can't be Peacock in Discovery. No. Discovery's for lions and tigers in it. Well, anyway, we'll see. I know TNT is out. I could not listen to Chuck and Shaq, and even when you could hear the bitterness from even our boy, man. What's he from, Queens or Brooklyn? Kenny. He's like, what's wrong with Kenny, man? Kenny tripping because the Knicks didn't hire him as the coach. Yeah. Cartoon Network. Oh, I got you, Mr. Barney. Yeah. Queens, right. So Queen, Archbishop Malloy, right? That's where he went. Archbishop Malloy. Yeah, I think he did. So, and he tripping, man. He tripping. Oh God. Anyway. Yeah, I'm glad. Oh, look, Corey, I ain't gonna front. If right now I'm taking a little sabbatical from the wine, but I would have a glass just to celebrate that. Yes, I would. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, I'm taking a little sabbatical. I'm doing this fruit cleanse, so I'm just trying to clean my body out a little bit. So I've been doing that now. It's like going on 20 days. But I'm gonna take a little break today because I'm having some steak with my baby today. We're gonna have some steak, but I'll go back on the fruit right after that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Whiskey. He always does. Yeah, Angry Jenkins, I'm totally understanding that does, but it's been doing me good for these last 20 days, man. I'm really feeling my energy level, my recovery level. It's really, it ain't the first time I've done it. I used to be a fruitarian for like 3 or 4 years, long time ago. But what happened then is I needed to add more fat and protein to my diet, and I didn't. And that's when I messed myself up. But this now I've done keto, carnivore, fruitarian, vegan. I've done all of it. So I'm using a diet that I'm using all of these elements, and it seems to be working for me. So I'm having my protein, I have my fat still, and I got my fruits, of course, is the dominant thing. Working very well, man. I ain't gonna front. Working very well, man. Working very well for me. But you gotta know what the hell you're doing. And like I said, I've been doing this a long time in different diets, so it's not the first time I'm doing it. But I haven't had fruit in 2 years before now. I haven't had fruit in 2 years. So here we go, baby. Yeah. Capella, just 7 foot in the middle that can protect the rim with a whole different level of defense around him. I'm saying, y'all, that's the only thing we need to know. So we're waiting until really, I expect if you don't hear anything by September the 9th, they're keeping Precious, man. You drinking the Irish Moors, Malik? Oh, shoot. Malik better be having some kind of hat on or something, boy, because there'll be more little Maliks running around behind the Irish Moss, boy. I'm telling you right now, especially with Jamaican style. The one that caused 2 of my kids to come into existence was this dude from Trinidad made it, though. He was Jamaican style, but Trinidadian dude made it. Messed me up good, man. Boom, boom, all of a sudden. 2 kids. You know, 2 of the 4 came just like that. Oh man. Yeah, Ibaka's done. Ibaka's done. Y'all crazy. Ah. Shout out from Portugal. What's up, Carlos? HP, the best wine on the planet. Best wine on the planet, the sangria. Port wine tap. Carlos. Oh, wait. Henry Lewis. You got my attention. Henry Louis Barletta. First of all, Henry Louis Barletta. Welcome from the Philippines. Henry Louis, which island are you on? Are you on the Big Island? If you are, I hope you and your family are doing well because there was a major typhoon just a few days ago. Henry, are you okay? Is your family okay, Mr. Barletta? Are you okay? Is everybody good over there? Salute to you from the Philippines. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Homie's really hanging out with us. And we appreciate that, Henry Lewis. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. Thank you for that. And so I just want to know, are you on Luzon? He's probably. Oh yeah, you in Luzon? Okay, it's a big island, so I know one part of the island got hit pretty bad with that typhoon. My cousin's getting married to a Filipina this September, and she is from Iloilo, and I'm going to be visiting that area of the world at some point by the grace of the Most High. I'm going to be visiting Iloilo. There's several places in Southeast Asia I want to see. I want to see Vietnam. I want to see Thailand. I want to see Malaysia, and I want to see the Philippines. And I want to go to Iloilo and check it out. Yeah, thank you. Peace, G's. What's up, man? Craig, what's up? Johnny Davis, what's up? So, yeah. Portuguese port. That's right, Carlos. That is right, bro. Yeah, my cousin, my cousin is 60. My cousin is 62. And this is the first time he's getting married. And he's had a lot of girlfriends. This is the first time. He got with this Filipina about 4 or 5 years ago. And that was it. I was shocked. I said, you getting married? He said, yep. She's a good woman though, man. I went into his house. I mean, he had a house in Maryland. Going there, right? You could always tell when a man don't have a woman in the house, right? You could always tell. Stuff all over the place. You know, it just looked like a bachelor pad. And this at the time he was in his late 50s. Man, after he met the Filipina, you walk in there, it's like come out of Laura Ashley, man. The house looked like, I said, Barry, this house look like what happened, man? The Filipina came. It looked like it come out of Laura Ashley, man. I was like, she had it all set up right. She's young. I mean, not young. She's not like, it ain't like one of those May, December things. She's like in her 40s. He's 62. She's like in her 40s. She got kids already. She got grown kids. She's like in her 40s. Yeah, she's like in her 40s. I would say like early 40s. She is. Yeah, man. I walked in there. I said, damn, what happened to your house, man? Looked like, I mean, everything was in place. Things was polished up. She had some little pictures she put in there. She had fruit left. I was like, what? I said, man, don't let this one go. He said, oh, we get married. I was like, I hear you, boy. You can't do anything. Corey Lindsay. I followed football since 1967. I just, I'm tired of seeing guys. There were guys that actually my father went to school with that lost their mind playing pro football. And then, of course, there've been devastating injuries. So I'm not really as into football as I've been before. Yeah, I mean, it's not, and no disrespect to Henry, but it seems to be an Asian thing. The whole Southeast Asia has a different vibe when it comes to culture. It's just a different vibe. Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, and the Philippines is a whole different vibe. It's not like a Western vibe. It's a different vibe, man. Yeah, it really is. But then, my wife and I have been to Mexico, very similar vibe. Mexico, people from Mexico, Central America, different vibe. It's the American and the first world vibe that's different. It's a whole different thing. Yeah. 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 Well, she took care of my cousin, man. I mean, it's the first. He never even got engaged before. He'd been with girls. He just never got engaged. He would never even show who the girls was sometimes. And this one, man, this was different from the beginning. Like I said, when I walked in this house and I seen it tight like that, I was like, Mary, who's this? Where it, man? And next, they get married this year. So I was like, okay, bro, they'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be there. But yeah, he hooked up with the Filipina, and she's from Iloilo. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to Iloilo. We definitely going down there. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. William. I'm glad. Hopefully you recovered. Yeah, the best nurse to take care of my father before he passed me, he rest in peace, was a Filipino. She was the one. She was really good. Never forget her. And she was in her late 20s, early 30s, and she had married some older American white dude that was like 50 something, 60 something, and was taking care of him, and then coming to the hospital, taking care of my dad. She was really good. And then these two sisters came, Puerto Rican, and they were sisters literally, and they took turn. They also took good care of my dad. Both of them, when we brought him back home, they took good care of him. But the Filipino, while he was in the rehab, she was really unbelievable. She really was. She really took care of him well. So yeah, they got there was the Filipina and a Haitian lady. They both outstanding. Glad to hear that, Mr. William. I hope that that stays strong for you, man. That's a real serious thing you did with the transplant. Praise Most High. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I hear you, Blevy. I hear you. Yeah, ours is only reason we're looking at Mexico, Panama, and Ecuador, but that's because my wife wants to be near the kids. Myself, if it was just up to me, we'd be in Southeast Asia. There's no doubt. I would be over there. I'd be hopping from Vietnam to Thailand to Malaysia to the Philippines. I'd be doing just that. Come back over here to see the kids once a year, 2-3 months, and head back. That's what I would do. But we looking at some of these other countries too, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Plus the Southeast Asia, what I like, it's gonna sound silly. I'm raw Hebrew, right? But I like the toilet system over there. They use bidets and they wash their behind with water, when they go to the bathroom, and they use bidets and they use hoses. That's the most sanitary thing I ever seen in my days, man. That's it. I'm trying to tell you, they got the best system when it comes to that. Okay, they really do. I really, not only that, they got my most favorite fruit in the whole world in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. It's the only place in the world that it grows. Now, I'm going to let Henry tell you what it is, because Henry knows what I'm talking about. There's one fruit that only grows in Southeast Asia. It's my favorite fruit in the world. It won't grow anywhere else. They can't grow it here in Florida. They can't grow it nowhere else except there. They grow it in Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia has it in abundance, and the Philippines. That's right. And it comes on Davao Island. Davao Island is where it grows. Yep. No, it's the durian, baby. I'm all in it. So I'll be right there. Yes, indeed, baby. So that's I would be, and then the food in not just Southeast Asia, but you're talking about Panama, also Ecuador, also even Mexico. It's more wholesome. There's no steroids in the food. There's no additives, to make it last longer. So when you're getting the chicken, they just killed that mess, and you're eating it. When you're getting the fish, they just caught it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that it's going to be smaller, but it's going to be healthier for you. And of course, when you're eating fruit in any of them places, they grew it there. Okay, you're not eating fruit that they brought in from across the world. They grew it there. I'm very intrigued by Colombia, but I'm scared of Colombia because I've heard too many horror stories about brothers getting done up in Colombia. I was really, but see, if it was just me, I might look at it, but I got to consider the safety of my wife. So that's why I don't even take that chance. Yeah, durian is that thing, though, baby. That's my thing right there. My jam. I ain't gonna front. I will go nuts on some durian when I get there, especially if it's grown right there too. Please, please, wait. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So anyway, my cousins get married to a Filipina. They get married here in DC area. We're gonna go there, and then they're gonna be moving to Nevada, and then from there to the Philippines. I said, when you land over there, let me know because we are definitely taking that trip. I did hear that, Henry. I did hear that. Now I did hear about the Davao durian. Like the whole island's durian, all of the islands get it from Davao, from Mindanao, right? If I'm not mistaken, from Mindanao and from Davao, and they get it over there. So yeah, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. But I will be checking it all out. I'm gonna taste me a little bit there. I'm gonna go to Vietnam, taste that. Go to Thailand, taste that. Go to Malaysia, taste that. We're gonna do it all. You're gonna check all that out. Okay. Yeah, about 2 years. I'm 2 years from retirement. By the grace of the Most High, I make it through the 2 years. We're gonna be doing some traveling, man, checking that mess out for real, for real. So yeah, jackfruit is in durian are kind of family, right? From what I understand. Rochester, let me ask you, Corey. I have been to upstate New York. I've been to Morristown. I've been to Morristown, upstate New York. And one of my best friends that we grew up on Long Island, I just saw him 2 weeks ago. He came down here to visit, but he's from Utica. Now, how far is Utica from Rochester? That would be my question, Corey. How far is Utica from Rochester? Then I can tell you, because I don't know. I couldn't answer it right away. Is it far? See, I don't know. That's what I mean. Because I went to, is it Morristown? I want to say Morristown, New York, up there. It's like 4 hours. Oh, does Rochester have its own airport? Does Rochester have its own airport? Or do you have to fly into another airport and then drive it? I tell you what, though. If I was to go to Rochester, it would not be in the winter. I can guarantee you that. If I was to go to Rochester, it would not be in the winter. That I can guarantee you. It would have to be spring or summer, early fall. Okay, I got you. Yeah. It would have to be spring or summer, early fall. So if they got their own airport, yeah, I can come there. If they got an airport there, then I'll probably have to switch somewhere. It's probably a small airport, I would think, right? Rochester? I mean, my problem with Rochester is that it's north of Jacksonville, Florida. I was good in Virginia until we ended up coming down here. Now, anything north of Jacksonville, Florida, I'm not into it. Anything that has snow, nah, no winters, please. No more winter, man. Anything north of Jacksonville, it's too cold for me. Yeah. If I was gonna go someplace cold though, no, because I'm gonna be retired, so I would go to Vermont. If I was gonna be someplace cold now, I'll go to Vermont. It's beautiful up there, especially in the fall. Them colors. I lived in New Hampshire for like 5 years. I would go to Vermont if I was gonna live someplace cold. So, and then I'd be having my own shooting range and everything if I was going to the cold. But that's a fancy. I ain't doing that either. So it's got to be someplace warm. That's right. No sun. That's right. Okay. No sun. No bueno. No 70 degrees in January. No bueno. No bueno. You notice every place we talked about, Panama, Mexico, Ecuador, Philippines, Malaysia, ain't no snow in those spots, man. Ain't no snow in them spots. Ain't no snow in them spots. Yeah, but Vermont and New Hampshire, as far as the fall, the colors are absolutely spectacular, man. They really are. They are. I ain't seen oranges and reds and yellows on trees like that, man. It's almost ridiculous. Those colors are beautiful. But then, of course, you do got winter now. Shoot, it don't play up there. I'm tell you that right now. It don't play. But that's just fantasy, I'm gonna be. If it's north of Jacksonville, it's too cold for me. Yeah. Yeah, so it ain't going nowhere cold, bro. No, 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 no. All right. Well, it's almost time for me to go pick my baby up. So look, it's always real hanging with y'all, man. Always real. And listen, we all excited, right? All of us excited. We got a team. We got a team. I don't care what Chuck said, what Shaq said, what Kenny said. I don't care what Berman say or anybody or NBA Central, any of them clowns. I don't care what they say. We got a team. And when that schedule comes out, if y'all want to hang, let me know, because like I'm telling you, all you got to do is look at the schedule, because you'll know what games I'm going to. You'll know what game. I'm going to look into a Garden game. I'll see which one. I don't know if it's going to be against Orlando. I ain't even going to try to get a Boston ticket. That's going to be ridiculous. I won't be able to get that. But I'm going to try to get it something like, a Nets game at the Garden, maybe Orlando if I can. Something like that. Something like that at the Garden. See if we can get. But Organic Fanatic, I've been thinking about y'all in terms of the range. Our boy done went and got something. Our boy done went and got some equipment, I see. Organic. Boy done went and got some equipment, I see. And so we're going to have to go out and check it out. And the reason, Organic, just to let you know, the reason I haven't been going to the outdoor range is because it's been raining a lot. They don't have good, it floods over there. And then my legs got eaten up. My legs got eaten up when I went out there to that range, man, a couple of weeks ago. And I ain't recovered. So I said, okay, I'm going to wait till the fall to go to the outdoor range. So I ain't been shooting my 12 gauge outdoors, but I go to my indoor spot over here, and I've been shooting my 44 Magnum and some 357 Magnum, and I've been having some fun. So next time y'all want to hang out over here, we will get you. Yeah, because when you go to the outdoor range and all that sitting water is out there, man, it's muddy and you got all the mosquitoes. I'm waiting until we get to, October, and then I'll go back outside. Sorry, Mr. Buyer, that you didn't do that. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. All right, Corey Lindsay, good to see y'all, man. Hey, we should all be happy as Knicks fans. We really got something this year, man. We really do. And we got backup also. Okay, we got backup. So, you went to the Nuggets game, Jabroni? Oh, see, that's a good game. See. I want to see. I'm gonna have to look. All right, thanks. Okay, Mr. Buyer. Yeah, very good problems to have. Yeah, Mr. William, if you're in Florida, just look at the schedule now. When you see the Knicks coming down, and if it's not on the Shabbat, I am gonna be at that game. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay. I save days off and half days just for stuff like that. So I did it last year. I'm gonna do it this year. I did the year before that too. So yeah. Mr. Williams, please do well on your. Now that your dialysis is over, we'll be continue to pray that your kidneys work and function. That with the transplant you got, that you be in good condition and live long and healthy. Man. Most High bless you. All right, y'all really be safe out there the rest of this weekend. We'll talk to y'all soon, man. Again, always a blessing to be with y'all. Always a blessing. Shalom.